Hello, this is Whatcast, and I am Matt. So today we're going to jump back and look at this guy called Vicar. His name is, I believe, Vicar Draziv. And him and his little posse are going to be reviewing, by the looks of things. I'm about half an hour in. It looks like they're about to start the review of Jeran's appearance on Professor Dave's channel. Dave and Jiren mocking flat earthers, basically. I don't know how far. This is nearly a 4-hour stream. Dave and Jiren isn't. It's like about an hour, possibly. Not even that. I don't know. I did watch it, but I haven't watched this review of it yet. But these guys are obviously going to talk all over it and take 4 hours doing so. So let's see how we do, shall we? Always like a bit of a laugh. So let's get into it. Here we go. That's the one I want. Let's play.
With Bob Noddle, right? Noddle, right? He was literally like almost kind of making that globe buster, and that's how these people came on into the scene and got more far, right? And you could see how Jeran was like coming in, going back, coming in, going back, right? With Bob Noddle. And so, yeah, he was fishy right from the start.
Yeah. Fishy right from the start. Coming in, going out, coming in, going out. I always think that when people come in and go out. I mean, he had his own channel throughout the entire thing. Don't worry about that. But because he popped in and out of Globe Busters, which was ridiculous anyway, he's obviously a bit fishy. So when one of these dickheads that are sitting with him here, when they're not on his show, and then 2 weeks later they are on his show, is that fishy?
Of the three by far, but he was running the absurd script all the same. Fast forward a few years, many of you watched my more recent videos on The Final Experiment, which was the trip to Antarctica to see the 24-hour sun, led by Pastor Will Duffy.
Pastor.
I knew as soon as Will Duffy's name gets mentioned, they're going to have to pause and say something. Ha ha, Pastor. Like, they really hate him. And again, I say, by the way, they're using StreamYard, and they've got the thing of the StreamYard thing. You can't see it in there, but they've got the StreamYard thing in the corner, so they don't even bother paying for the proper amount to get the watermark removed. But they hate Will Duffy, no matter how polite he was to all of them and how fair he was to all of them. They hate him more than anyone else ever. So all this bullshit they tell you about, we're just civil, but people are such pricks to us, that's why we act that way. Lies is what I say to that.
Yeah.
In the end, it's a pastor who's going to save them. Yeah. What were you saying, Sam?
Yeah, right, pastor. He's a pastor, he's a financer, he's a scientist, he's everything.
What?
Yeah. Saint Duffy.
24-hour sun in the southern hemisphere was
So you paused it for that bollocks, did you?
something that flat earthers had claimed did not exist for many years, pretending that it was impossible to go to Antarctica to verify this because government, NASA, blah, blah, blah. Jeran, along with Austin Whitsitt, was one of the flat earthers that was given a free trip to check out reality with his own eyes.
Oh yeah, anything free, Jeran is right there. He's the first one to be there if there's a word free there.
Yeah, because you'd rather pay, wouldn't you? If something's free, Jiren, like some of that's something bad against Jiren. Yeah, if something's free, Jiren, he'd be the first one there. That fucking Jiren is always after a freebie. And then David Weiss, you get a freebie. I don't want it. No, I'm not going away with demons. All right, that's all right then. He'd rather pay. Maybe you should just save up 40 grand and go, because obviously if you take something for free, that's a bad thing. If someone offers me anything for free, I'll take it, just to go on record there, because Vicar here would obviously rather pay for everything.
Right?
Is someone bashing one out on this? You can hear a slight wanking sound.
And same goes with Austin also, right? That was the main. That was the main gig. These people are thinking, yeah, they're gonna have a free ride, a free trip, right? Because they are the influencers, the flat earthers placed there, right?
Yeah, they had influenza.
So they're just gonna have a trip of their lifetime and gonna prove something, right? They got screwed big time. That's what it happened. Yeah.
I don't even think his own posse are agreeing with him at this point.
And I don't think I'm giving away any spoilers by telling you that they did indeed all see it, as is evidenced by all the time-lapse footage and all the drone footage to prove to idiot flat earthers at home that there were no screens or domes or whatever dumb shit so many of them all still pretend was happening because they can't handle reality.
Yeah, that's because you're saying so. We can't handle reality. You cannot just give us bullshit CGI and fake stuff. And
none of that was bullshit CGI or fake stuff. Where is your evidence?
No, you can fuck off.
Want people to believe it. It's not going to happen. It never happened. Right? So how is it going to happen now?
Who does this prick think he is anyway? With the long hair and the fucking shades and shit.
Just because you guys say so, just because it fits with your agenda, just because it's a globe, you think it's a globe, that's why they are correct. Now even Jiren is right. Wow, Jiren.
Yeah. Always believed Jeran before though, didn't you? I love the way he's got a panel on, but he's the only one speaking. Like the other two are sitting there thinking, yeah, all right, we ain't even got anything to say to this because maybe someone will ask us to prove our denial and we can't, but just let Vicar go on about it.
And Austin is also right. Well, sure, these people might be even defending Austin too.
No, I'm not defending Austin. Other than the fact that, but what was he going to do? He's standing there with a load of people filming him at midnight. The sun's above his head. What's he going to say? The sun ain't above my head. What's he going to refuse to go on the camera and say that? Like he couldn't really do anything. I think if he had any way of getting out of admitting it, he would have done. But he couldn't. But he's still pretending to be a flat earther. And I genuinely do believe he was a flat earther. And I do believe that Jeran was a flat earther. But they've both realised now that it's not true. Jeran's had to just take a financial hit for it. And Witsit isn't prepared to do that.
Anyway,
stop wanking!
Guys, the link is right up there. Anybody wants to jump in the conversation is welcome. All right.
Yeah, he's desperate. Someone come up that might speak rather than these two mutes.
If you haven't seen the videos I made about this trip, the one beforehand documenting the lead up and the one after documenting the trip itself and the aftermath, definitely give those a watch as it's some of the most entertaining content on my channel. But to put it briefly, it's been a complete train wreck for the Flat Earth cult ever since. All the Flat Earthers in attendance announced that they did indeed see a 24-hour sun, which
yeah, the fake flat earthers, all three were fucking fake. They all three are.
Yeah, that was all fake. Should have put your name down then, Vicar. Like your sunglasses would have actually been worth wearing in Antarctica with the whiteout and stuff. They're not so much worth wearing while sitting looking at your screen in your house.
Are fake. Right? The three, they went there, they are.
Why the two?
Mute, you stupid bastard.
That's what the other two are doing.
Fake flat earthers right from the beginning. Right?
Right?
No, mate.
One is still acting to be one, and there are still people defending him.
Make your mind up, fucking Vicar.
No, mate.
But they were placed there. Fake flat earthers, right? One is still pretending to be one. So whoever thinks that guy is still a flat earther and believe what he's saying and what he used to say is bullshit.
I don't think this Vicar Drazif. I don't think I've heard anyone cope quite as hard as him. Like, even his mates are too embarrassed to agree with him at this point. He's going, right. I'd be like, I'm obviously talking bollocks. Like, if I've got my own people sitting there and I'm having a bit of a rant and they're not even agreeing with me, I probably think I'm probably sound like a bit of a dick here. But he obviously hasn't got self-reflection.
proves the azimuthal equidistant projection of the globe that flat earthers had been using as their map. Most of the lazy flat earthers at home claimed the ones in attendance were stupid shills paid by NASA to lie to everyone.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. That's what it's exactly what it is.
Yeah. They just went to the Las Vegas Sphere. Has anyone actually seen the Las Vegas Sphere? Because I know someone that listens to my podcast is currently in Las Vegas and they're posting loads of things from the Sphere. And it looks absolutely fuck all like you could possibly pretend to be in Antarctica inside it.
Piece of shit shills, right? Sellouts, disinformation agents, gatekeepers, con artists.
Yeah.
Rippers.
Back me up. Come on, you pair of mutes. Back me up. They're like about as fucking useful as a chocolate teapot, them two.
everyone, and the whole thing was done in some dome studio, which is somehow so massive that it can contain this drone that flew
No, stupid.
Oh wow, he's one of them's trying to speak and he's still talking over him. They get about 3 seconds further and then pulls it again so he can say the exact same thing over and over again.
No, stupid, because if somebody's saying it was in a dome and it was in a studio, not that you made a dome in Antarctica that big, right? When we speak about the studio stuff, people think, oh, these guys made a studio in Antarctica. No, a studio could be made in anywhere. Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
Just to let you know on that particular point, in the investigation I had to make on David Weiss, for that video, the sphere in Las Vegas came up a number of times, and there are a few things that are interesting to know about that sphere. Is that first of all, it was closed when they were supposed to be in Antarctica.
Oh, fuck off! Honestly, oh my god.
It means there were no show there, close to the public. I don't say they were in the sphere, but I'd say that it's possible. But at that point, I don't know.
What was GPS tracked all the way to Antarctica then from all over the world? What were we tracking?
The other thing is that we can see in the displays that they have of landscapes, that sphere, the exact same glitches that you see in the TFA footage, like the sun being squashed.
Yeah, there was no glitches. 360 camera. Speak to a photographer. Actually, do your own research. Do your own research. Do your own research and actually speak to people that know what they're talking about regarding cameras, and you will find out that no suns were being stretched or squished.
Like the land being like splitting and then coming back together, and then also
stitching. Look into how the cameras work.
I talked to them. I contacted that sphere, the management of the sphere.
What?
And I realized they have all kinds of landscapes, displayed in that sphere, on Earth, in space, underwaters, but they have nothing on Antarctica.
So that proves your point. How exactly?
So I asked them, how come you don't have any landscapes, displayed in your sphere on Antarctica? And they say, it's true, we don't have anything for now on the exosphere. That's what they call Antarctica, is the exosphere. In the video with MacToon on my channel, can see.
Isn't it weird? So he's phoned up and he's asked if they got any landscape on Antarctica. They've said no. So he takes that as evidence that they definitely did it at the sphere when there's no background of Antarctica there. That must mean they definitely did it there. So if they'd have said, yes, we do have the environment of Antarctica to put in the sphere, it'd have also said, see, I found out they've got Antarctica there. That means they definitely did it. So yes means they did it. No means they did it. That's called having your conclusion before you ask the fucking question.
Yeah, I displayed the email, you can see it. So first of all, they have nothing on Antarctica, which is weird. Why not? They have on the North Pole, they have everything. They don't have nothing in Antarctica.
Yeah, that's weird.
They were closed at that time. The sphere is one of the best places where they could make, their video, because the footage is like,
another bell end joins. Will he speak?
It can give you the impression that, you're looking at like mice and mice, but it's just like, LCD screen.
Yeah, mice and mice. No rats knocking around. Oh, he said miles. Sorry.
Like 32K or 64K, I don't know. So the thing is that it's interesting. It's interesting that, of course, they could have been in a studio like this. Maybe that studio is possible. I think it's very possible. But again, we don't have...
No, it's not.
many proofs of this for now.
No, mate.
But there are lots of things that are pointing towards us. Benji also...
There's nothing pointing towards it whatsoever. They haven't even got the background to put in there. You phoned up and confirmed that. Why is it not playing?
I believe so, but for now, just a belief.
Yeah, this is the thing. There are people who are fucking making... Now you have sets and stuff and effects more better than the Hollywood productions right now, right? On your computer, you can do that.
Of course.
So much crazy shit that you cannot even believe that is done on a computer. So even sometimes giving these people credit of a sphere and all this stuff, it's out of their league.
Yeah.
If it's a studio shit, it's not a very big studio, right? You film in different parts and combine that shit, right?
Well, he didn't last long, did he? The new guest popped up there, pulled a bit of a weird face for a minute, and then fucked off again.
I asked MacToon, because I invited him on my channel also to discuss about this, and he tells me, yeah, but your video, when you say that the sun was squashed, it's true, but actually it's because of the 360 video.
It's exactly what it is.
And so I told him, there are lots of 360, degrees, videos on internet, like footages, but none of them have so many anomalies. Like, only in the TFE footage you see all those anomalies. So that's, I don't know, it's kind of weird.
Bullshit. They would all have the same anonymous, not anonymous.
So
you know what I mean.
It was a good fight at that point.
Oh yeah, let's continue.
Like a kilometer into the air. Some said that the 24-hour sun doesn't actually prove.
It's funny because they're still on Dave's introduction to his chat with Jeran. Not even onto the chat with Jeran yet.
Prove anything, despite admitting on the record countless times that it absolutely would prove the Earth is a sphere. All manner of transparent coping and backpedaling was on display. As for the flat earthers themselves, Whitsitt continues to try and scam the flat Earth cult, even though half of them treat him like a pariah because.
Oh yeah, so true, Professor. That was so fucking on the spot.
Yeah.
He is a pariah. Whenever you're fucking.
Yeah, because these are real truthers. They ain't going to be fooled by someone that's actually seen something and told the truth for the first time in his life.
More than half of the people don't believe this clown anymore. Right, who was that? Go ahead.
I was just thinking that, the military they got to be at least pushing 50 years ahead of anything that's on the street right now, I would imagine. They're advanced.
Yeah. They always put this 50-year thing on it as well. Like, yeah, everyone's got things 50 years before we get them.
Those guys. And that stuff doesn't hit the street for decades sometimes.
Yeah, don't hit the street for 50 years. It's a 50-year time scale on it. It's 50 years up yet. Now, got 2 more weeks to that. Oh, we can have it then, can we? So in the 1970s, the iPhone was out. The iPhone 17. Everyone had one of them, these people. But we didn't get it till this year.
So who knows where they really were and what kind of technology they could be using to make something look that big.
Oh, sorry, I just realised that the irrelevant middle bloke was talking there. I think I almost slipped into a coma listening to him.
Oh, yeah.
Because he admitted to the 24-hour sun. Jiren, however.
Because he admitted to the 20.
Why even let it play? Why even let it play for one sentence, one half a sentence before not Goldilocks, Blackylocks starts talking again?
24 hours, and he admitted, yeah. The only guy who came back as a flat earther and he's saying, yes, there is a 24-hour sun, right? That is the reason more than 70% don't believe that clown. This one, he took himself out of the middle.
70% don't believe it, did you say? What are flat earthers? I think that's that. I think that every single one of them believes it, but some of them don't want to admit that they've made absolute cocks of themselves for 10 years, arguing with people on the internet, pretending that they know more than the whole of science and physics history.
Right? He's a glober, gone. But we still have a guy who's pretending to be a flat earther, where he wants to steer, right? Maybe he can tell us also where is the South Pole that he saw. All right.
He didn't go to the South Pole.
Aloha, how are you, bro?
Hey, aloha. Hey, just not much signal out here. Sorry, I'll probably
Oh, the bottom bell end's returned.
won't be on too long, but doing good. Just want to stop in and say hi. Where you guys at?
Oh, good. You've said hi. You can fuck off now.
Hey, Gene.
Nice.
How you doing, man?
Doing good, man. Just staying real busy. Now we got the hurricane skirting the coast next week.
Yes, bit of weather, small talk.
But anyway, life goes on.
Good luck, man. Hope it all goes well.
Yeah, I don't think it's getting anywhere close to land. Just a lot of rain.
Hey, Keith, I tried to contact you, man. I didn't know how to contact you. You have so many channels. I left some messages left and right. I wanted to have like a one-on-one quick.
He's got so many channels, but I've never heard of him once.
Meeting.
I've never heard of you either. Good.
On Zoom or something about that last video I made. So let me know. How can I contact you? How can I just send you a message? I don't know. Through,
Yeah, probably Messenger on Facebook is probably the best.
Messenger, all right. Okay,
Yep.
No problem.
Yep. So.
Oh, fuck me. Who's this? Mr. Beard at the bottom has appeared now.
Anyway, I got kids with me. Hopefully they're not too loud here in the background.
I've got the longest chin I've ever seen, or a ridiculous beard.
But I wanted to share this real quick. I haven't been on TikTok live for about a week. I've just been taking a break. A lot of those live shows are very toxic. They're just a real
TikTok, I've never seen him. I used to go into loads of flat earth TikToks, debates. I don't know, unless he goes by a different name on there.
negative energy, a lot of ad hominems, thrown back and forth
Ad
from both sides. I
hominems.
mean, I've had some really good conversations on the TikTok lives, but for
Bouncy balls, mate.
the most part, I feel like it's 80% a waste of time, at least for me. That's for my personal
Loves a lot of percentages. 80% fucking shit.
opinion. But I went on to a ladies' live the other day, and Jiren was on panel. First time I had ever seen Jiren in a TikTok live. My best guess is they're pulling him out of the woodworks to try to prop up their failed experiment because he was on there acting just like.
No. Nobody's interested in proving anything to idiot flat earthers. Everybody's just pointing and laughing. I was actually on that live. I know exactly what he was talking about. I saw Jeran because I followed Jeran on TikTok and I saw that he was live. So I clicked into it and he was arguing with a panel of idiots telling him that he didn't go to Antarctica. Of course, he's going to defend himself.
The Glober. He was on there calling the flat earthers dumb, stupid, dipshit, all these typical.
Yeah, he was. But they wasn't exactly being friendly to him. He was just responding in kind. The flat earthers are the biggest pricks in the world. Like, they just think that they can just accuse you of all sorts, call you anything they want. But if you respond the same way, then you're the one that don't want a cordial conversation.
Glober energy,
Glober energy, what realist?
negative, arrogant, ignorant, immature, angry, all of that stuff that sums up the globe trolls. Jiren was
Immature. You didn't see the 24-hour sun. It was fake. I don't know why it was fake, but it definitely was. And none of you were real anyway. You all just said that you was flat earthers for 10 years to lead up to this moment so you could pretend that you saw the sun.
being a perfect one. So I just sat on.
Very adult.
I just sat on panel with my mic muted, and I didn't say anything for quite a while. Just listened in. And as soon as I unmuted and started to talk, Jiren dropped off of the show. So
Oh, yeah, he was running from you. Jeran dropped off of the show because he realised it was a complete fucking waste of time having the same conversation yet again with pricks accusing him of not seeing what he actually saw.
I don't know why, but that's suspicious to me. I was definitely
It's not suspicious. Nobody knows who the fuck you are.
going to ask him. I was going to be very cordial and cool.
No, you wasn't. If you were, then you were the only one in there that was going to be, because I was sitting there fucking watching it and none of the others were.
I was going to ask him a few questions, and being that he dropped off, I couldn't ask it to him. But Geocentric was on there, so I said,
You know, Jeran, for weeks and weeks after the TFA had something called, I can't remember, but it was like a call-in thing on his channel. Speaker's Corner, he used to call it, right? And he'd just let anybody up. And then people come up and ask him a million questions about TFE, and he answered all of them and had conversations with all of them. Why didn't you just do that if you just got all these questions for him? And then you come in here, start by saying TikTok is full of bullshit and everything's so nasty and it's a waste of time. And then you choose that as your environment to try to have a cordial conversation after all of your mates in the room have been attacking him for about half an hour.
Geocentric, don't you think it's weird that Jiren said on the main day of the event, there was only TFE there and there was 60 or 70 employees there? Now, this is prime money-making season for the ALE or whoever it is that's doing the tour. And they had an entire day, the biggest money-making day for them should have been, and everyone is gone except for TFE, and they have 60 or 70 employees. I say, isn't that kind of suspicious? It's kind of suspicious to me.
Well,
So-
you're gonna have a chance to ask him that, because on Wednesday I have I'm inviting on his channel to discuss all that with him, so he'll be able to join. There's no problem.
There you go. Let's see if you do.
At 10 a.m. Pacific time this Wednesday.
Yeah.
So
Well, let me know. Let me know. I'm heading out of town to another state Wednesday. I've got 3 speaking engagements coming up, not flat Earth related, just other stuff. But if I can jump on there for a little bit Wednesday, maybe I will. But here again is my opinion with these guys. They have made themselves completely irrelevant, and they are nobodies now.
Who are you again?
Yeah, I
If
know.
somebody wants to talk to me about flat Earth, it's going to have to be Neil deGrasse Tyson or Brian Cox or somebody. I'm not talking to the globe trolls on YouTube.
That's good, because nobody knows who the fuck you are or wants to talk to you. People are probably going to correct me in the comments and say, oh, we do know him. But I've never seen him before. And from what I can gather, he looks like he's got brown hair and the whitest beard in the world. Or a long white tongue. I can't work it out.
YouTube
Probably sticks it up Ironworks arse.
or the globe trolls on TikTok or Facebook. They are nobody. We have debunked them 1,000 times, and all they're ever going to do is say, "Nuh-uh, that's not true."
The irony. Somebody went to Antarctica and took your heroes with them. proved that the sun does circles, and all you've done for 10 months nearly since is cope. And now, so we don't want to talk to them anymore because I don't want to talk. They've got nothing to prove. All they do is say nutter. Nutter to what? Nutter to your ridiculous claims that that the camera doesn't do that. That the 360 cameras don't distort things as they stitch things together. With no knowledge of cameras whatsoever.
And then regurgitate their religion from their second grade
One
Bible.
question. Aloha.
Religion, I couldn't give a single fuck. I've always said this. I couldn't give a single fuck about the shape of the earth. I was really interested in the subject. Flat earthers came across as dicks. I thought I was really interested in the final experiment to see whether it's a bigger globe. Let's see if it's a bigger globe and it sets for a little while, whether it's flat and it sets when it's supposed to set, whenever that was. No one could tell you, and it was supposed to set on a flat earth, or whether it goes round and round and round. And let's see what happens. And I did. And flat earthers can't get over it.
One question for you, brother. Which was the channel? Who was the host of that channel that he was on? And was it a Glober or a Flat Earth channel?
No, it was a Flat Earth channel. It was the Phoenix. And she's been missing for a while too, but she just came back. And it was kind of weird that, that he was on her channel because she's not.
I've just spotted who that is at the bottom. That is Double J at the bottom. I didn't know Double J had like a Santa beard.
She's not known as a flat earther or anything, really. I mean, she is, but she's not really known as that. So anyway, I just found it weird that he was on TikTok for one. And really weird that as soon as I started talking, he dropped off of the show.
Yeah, he was terrified of you. That's all I can stand. As Popeye might say, I've had all I can stand and I can't stand no more for today. But I'm going to do a part 2 on this tomorrow because it's still going to be, I think there's legs in this. I want them to continue. Now they've got a bit of a panel. They probably won't get very far. We still haven't gotten to Jeran actually talking. That'd be a train wreck. Please subscribe and join as a member. And look out for my lives. Probably going to be Sundays now, as long as I keep getting the super chats every Sunday to encourage me to do the next Sunday, because it's otherwise I can't justify doing it. Thank you for everybody that's supported me so far. Thanks for all the comments, likes, etc. Cheers. See you later.